men to do evil. You see what the scripture say there? You see what the scripture say there? So today, what the Bible says you will be, and God will allow you to go in that direction. Broadway. Broadway, you will take one another. You will think of new way to do evil. There are people now think of new way in Ghana to be doing wickedness now. Because
checked here. We published what checks before. He denied the secretary on those checks. Before 2020 campaign. He's a common criminal. I'm saying that. He's a common criminal. That's the budget he voted for. He's a criminal because he lied at $3.6 million now in the budget. He can't take me anywhere. I'm defying. That's a criminal. No, I'm not angry. I'm being forceful. I'm being intellectual. I'm providing facts. No, I said something I didn't mention him. So they don't know the medicine. He has no integrity in life or integrity. He's in the crisis of integrity. He's drowning in the crisis of integrity. He don't want to fake. He's drowning in the crisis of integrity. I say he's a criminal. He's a thief. To take a $45,000 car in the budget to vote for it, not just to vote for it. And you didn't inform the people because they said everything you were informed. They don't record for that. Hey, they say everything about it. Okay, the pastor he vote, but why they say? Why they say he vote for it? The records are there, no, gentlemen.
I tell you this. To be too damn great language. We elected Remarkable in 2017 up to 2023. Why does he want to move, talk to people, for example? Why does he want to continue, for example? You don't know me, telling me. I'm a principal-minded person. So I told people that go around the money that I see, if I give the goods I mean, they will say, come here. And then minister will come to defend the president. If I have money, let's spend it. Yes, I get for them, I create you for them my own. So,
okay, what do you make of the president's speech?
Well, the president did not talk about war on the Democrats, that was wrong. You know, he should have talked about it. Not because he saw Prince Johnson there and going friend. And I also want to appreciate the president for talking about taking justice. I appreciate it. I am going to do justice. Liquor, I'm going to do drugs and liquor. So I'm also putting on the president. When you do it, just tell him or do it. Power test.
Why power test?
Power alcohol. Right? We want to be clean to the system, right? So we can know what is going on. I'm going to do everything. So you're going to ask us.
Let's keep sharing the live video.
So my man, when you take the result,
that is controversial. District 10 Representative Yeka Kolo.
No one in my system there, no one there. So you see the thing about us.
I'm very sorry for the quality of my voice.
Support the president call, but you're encouraging to do
no, what is for they're not completed.
Okay.
Who they say you're going to do this?
Let's keep sharing the live video.
Who do you think the power test should be carried on?
Well, it should be carried on the president.
Why?
He should give an example. It should give an example. We want to be clean. The system needs to be clean. Some of us are behaving the way we behave because someone will be under the influence of alcohol. Power is on alcohol. Sometimes we're under the influence of alcohol, right? Sometimes we take coups. You understand? So I hope that is not a block.
Are you suspecting the president of drinking power?
That's right.
Are you suspecting him of which we are calling for power?
They say suspect it. And we all agree to do the thing. So
justice. The president called for justice.
I am saying liquor too. Why you want to stop liquor? Maybe I'll drink liquor and be misbehaving. Now we're not just getting people to misbehave. When you drink liquor, you can misbehave, you know that, right? So I'll be calling on the president to when you do the drugs, you must do the power.
So you think the president was afraid of Senator Johnson?
No, he's afraid.
He's afraid?
He not even was.
Does he have any reason to be afraid? Think so? He's the president. Why would he be afraid? He's the president.
So you saw Prince Johnson and someone in the church where he said by the time the president reached to Prince Johnson was making more of the president. Prince Johnson said the president battle was going low. If you needed a principal of the day, you understand what I'm saying? So look, let me tell you something. The president will be very serious. I am going to. You saw the communication road, right? So the politicians of petition, you can bring the war economic problem.
Let's keep sharing the live video.
Today are criminals.
Wow.
We are back again.
We get to you, sir. No, we're asking the question. Why
we have been very busy these few days. That is why we have not been fully active for the program. Liberia. Ever, we are back again. We are back with much life. But this time around, we want to register to all of you that the quality of our voice is not very hearable. But however, we will definitely be here to carry on the show very loud and clear. So let's go over. There are lots of things happening in the border politics of Liberia. There are lots of other important issues that need to be brought out to the spotlight. Let's entertain a very short break. When we come back, we dive strictly into the issues of national concern.
Lump.
Beats.
Find friend like me. Find friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me.
Bombay, oh, find a friend like me. Bombay, Jenny, oh, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me.
Hey, see bestie. Your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie da la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me. I hear them say they want me go. I say,
Some of them say they want me go.
I say,
Some French là, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Some French là, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Some French là, oh ah, oh ah. French là, oh ah, oh. Hey, see bestie, your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie da la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me. Okoro, 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 okoro. They won't step on my blessing, but God get it breaking, huh? Okoro. They won't call it my blessing, but God get it breaking, huh? Okoro.
French, see French, can't see Papa T French, and I want no back for French. Wangolo, 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 wango for bestie, wango for daddy,
I
wangolo.
hear them say they want me go. I say, I hear them say they want me go. I say,
Some French là, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Some French là, oh ah, oh ah. Some French là, oh ah, oh ah. French là, oh ah, oh. Hey, see bestie, your bestie not friend by my bestie. Your bestie da la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see wanting to wealthy, my lonely. Find a friend like me.
DJ Young T.
You got money like Johnny. You funny.
Beats.
Yeah. Chris team. I'm back on these egotistic politicians.
I'm on my way now to reach it. See my dreams, all I see is diamonds and gold. But when I wake up, I see my people selling iron and coal. Ego, we're gonna control your soul. I thought they said I let control your reach, but how come my people are poor? When the government steal our embezzlement, the government people are problem. They will be the J, the B, the K, the Lee, I hope I'm not in problem. When the government steal our embezzlement, the government people are problem. They will be the J, the B, the K, the Lee, I hope I'm not in problem. It's just the way that we live. My people still acting like braves. See, y'all need to change all that evil mentality. You won't receive him again. Let's change the way that we eat. Let's change the way that we think. See, I'm from the ghetto where kids not that wasted. If you can smoke, you can drink. I know you been to America, but I just came from Soweto. Cause that by easy, the living is hard, but we still survive in the ghetto. When the government steal that embezzlement, the government people are problem. I swear to God, who gonna solve them? I swear to God, who gonna solve them? When you get money, you holding your brabby, you jack out to have on your product. I stand by the girls and the boys in the ghetto, the ones with no money to eat, man. They spend millions of dollars on guns, fuck your way our infrastructure and loved ones. 9 out of 11 with crumbs. Where I'm about to raise up my daughters and sons. We need to switch it up, people. The way that we living is evil. The way that we living is evil. The way that we living is evil. I'm on my way now to reach it. See my dreams, all I see is diamonds and gold. But when I wake up, I see my people selling iron and coal. Ego, we're gonna control your soul. I thought they said I let control your reach, but how come my people are poor? When the government steal our embezzlement, the government people are problem. They will be the J, the B, the K, the Lee, I hope I'm not in problem. When the government steal our embezzlement, the government people are problem. They will be the J, the B, the K, the Lee.
Okay, folks, we are back again. Let's go. We have been discussing a lot of the trending political issue. We have been told by a lot of sources very close to the executive mansion that President Joseph Johnson Bouaka has left the country, and he is currently in Ghana on a working visit. So, as part of the trip, he is expected to have some formal discussion with the president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, and have some other discussions surrounding how he can exploit the possibilities for us to have a more strengthened bilateral relationship with the Republic of Ghana and 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 Liberia as well. All right, so just exercise patience a bit. We are trying to set up some technical issue. So while we were entertaining a very short break, for a few minutes, we witnessed the arrival of our guest and another panelist who normally sit on this particular platform for us to run the show together. Uriah is not a stranger. We today, like I said to you, I'm very sorry for the quality of my voice. My voice is not very favorable, but we are here to do the job of the people. So let's go over to our guests after they have arrived so that we can ask them to do a formal introductions and dive strictly into the issues of national importance. So we will start with the person who is not a stranger, Uriah. It has been a very long time since Uriah had interactions. That was prior to the inauguration ceremony. So we will basically start with Uriah, and he is going to give us his own overview about the inaugural program. So Uriah, you are welcome again.
So later, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be there. This is home to me, as my administration like myself. It has been a while. I think a lot of sat together with Mohammed Vaticano, we discussed the issue about the speaker's election.
Yeah, the speaker's elections.
Yeah, a while of it on there, our first one.
And that was when the battle was on top Capitol Hill. It was very, very tense.
Yeah, it was interesting, really fascinating. Because upon a time I appear in studio. Nevertheless, I would like to extend my heartfelt and thanks and appreciation to the focal family for having me here once again. And they know you have been a very good friend to me. In the media landscape, you have been a very good friend. Most of the times in my way, we don't have anything. But you have encouraged me to be a despot
our level of proximity with a professional person in America. Keep on growing.
All right, let's go over to our guest. He's a stakeholder within the newest political party. Yeah, if I say newest political party, I'm not one of the parties that was established. This is a party that came with a very high momentum. And after the death of their political leader, Daniel Cassell, is a flip flop. And the kind of the optimism Liberian hope to see from the PLP at the time, they never saw a. They had to strike a deal with the outgoing with the out with the former ruling unit of coalitions of democratic change. However, it never went the way they all desired. So the stakeholder, one of the stakeholders here, and he would definitely introduce Mr. Lorenzo. You were introduced to me by my colleague, and we would just give you the opportunity to have a formal discussions pertaining to who you are and just a brief history about your personal life story.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a privilege to be in the studio with you at this time. Uh, for proper introduction, I'm Lorenzo to be where we are. And, I grew up in the slum community, precisely the community. Uh, attended the Kochito University, obtained associate degree, and then matriculated at the AME Zion University, where I obtained my fourth degree. And as it relates to politics, I started my political career, uh, intense political career.
To me, you are political analysts or politicians because when you talk about the politics issue, you try to demonstrate that kind of smile, that everyone would love to see.
Thank you. You just said it all. Everything you do, there must be a beginning point. There must be a base. Okay. And so our own base, where we start from, the foundation from which it was a very tense one to our endeavors into politics. Everybody knew me at the time as a musician. And,
Wow.
Surprisingly, people saw me
in the political vanguard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so it all begins when I was in the Kochito University Junior College, and then after the elections, I was appointed as the chapel service director, and then it all began from there. Start talking plenty, and I start convincing people, start hosting programs. And
so
it got serious from that point. It got serious from that point. Let me just dive into it a little bit. It got serious from that point. And so when I matriculated back to Mosurado County, precisely do community, it again intensified.
Yeah.
And then I met the young people, and I endeavors into the political landscape within do community. And people saw it prudent that I served them as their leader. And I entered the race. To cut long story short, I won as a president for the young people of the community after 5 different presidents was impeached. Never ended their tenure. And then I came as a political messiah at the time to change the political landscape within the community district 14, to be precise. And so we endeavor into the politics, and then as God will have it, 2019 we won the presidency, and that was the end of impeachment proceeding within our own community. And then we led the youth public with, and we left a high mark. We have mark for which, as I was concluding that aspect, the People's Liberation Party spotted me.
Wow.
And said that
elevation to elevation.
This guy, we think this guy can be one of the brain within the People's Liberation Party.
People Liberation Party.
And so I was spotted when I was running campaign My Secretary General, I was running campaign for him at the time because I was leaving the presidency. I said I don't want to hold the position again, so I want to turn it over to another person.
You wanted to be seen at the national scene.
Yeah. So I wanted to go at the national scene. And as I purposed it in my heart, I was running the last day of the campaign, launching the campaign with a huge crowd. A crowd of, we consider that a tsunami within Joe community, a human tsunami.
A mammoth crowd.
Yeah. A very huge crowd.
Yeah.
We have a local political party that have established in Joe community that is making headway and now moving to national level. Yes. Taking over the entire district and everybody talking about the Martin Progressive Youth for Positive Change that have produced a lot of leaders. So I'm in the business of training young people, as it relates to the politics. And so I was spotted and leaders from the People's Liberation Party gave me a call 2 days after, and I visited their office. And then we started political discussion and they brought me in. And then I tried to refuse, but my own political leader, Honorable Bernard Blue Benson Jr., who is the current lawmaker of District 17. At the time, he was an ordinary man, just operating his media empire like you guys are doing here. And they were after him too. I never knew. And so he called me for advice that so people after me.
At the time, you look up to him you considered him at the time as a political godfather or somebody you could definitely listen to at the moment.
At the time, considering as a political godfather. Because I spearhead a campaign team when you are endeavoring in the senatorial election between him and Sir Joseph. I spearheaded the team. You understand? And the mark that we made. So he had high respect for me from that level. So everything that we do politically, he try to seek advice from me. My own input, I make my own input, as to where the political trend should take us. And so when you told me, I smiled. I said, wow, I was about to come to you too for consultation that the People's Liberation Party have engaged me. And then he said, but they have already engaged me too. So what you think? I said, but then, how you look at it? See the boss. When you say we go, we go. When you say we stay, definitely. You are my mentor. I will look up to you. He said, I think we can give you a try. I have never drawn a political party since, I entered into the political arena. Even when I was out of the political arena, I haven't joined a political party. So I think we should give it a try.
All right.
And then that's how we entered the People's Liberation Party. And he was appointed by the soul rest in perfect peace. Peace be to his ashes. My own political leader, our late political leader, Dr. Daniel Estella Kasser.
Okay. Let me just hold you there. As a young boy coming up, having so much passion for music, involved into a lot of social activity, what were some of those words you received from people who knew you to be a kind of person who was so deeply passionate about music and social life? How did it turn your move, transitioning from the social life to the political life?
So let me just correct you there. I was not in the secular music. I was doing religious music, gospel music. And that's where my fee was concentrated. Okay, that's what my mindset was. I was doing gospel music, teaching choir, and I produced 2 different albums, a video and audio. And then, people, it was kind of astonishing to other people, but other people kept motivating me that you're from a religious background, and when the righteous rule, the nation flourished. It is written. Okay, so people kept giving me pat at the back, and continue your endeavor, Even as I speak to you now, I haven't left
the music game in totality. I still teach choirs. I teach choir. As a matter of fact, today I was in choir practice in another area teaching. Tomorrow again I'll be teaching. Yesterday I was teaching. So that's the a game that that I have never threw away. Okay, yeah. But actually, people pat me at the back and tell me that I can move forward.
All right,
People encourage me.
All right, Lorenzo. Let's turn the carpet over to Uriah. See him; he's so beamed up with so much curiosity. He wants to keep the ball rolling about the show. So Uriah, the floor is now turned over to you.
Curious, no. It's a pleasure. I've been moved by his trust being laid on how he began his political career. I have a few questions. Mr. Weir, you have been seen as the political godfather for the Progressive Youth for Positive Change (PYPC) in the community. So people listening or people following the show might want to know, how did you get into the political career? What enthused you? What are some of the steps, the bold steps you take at the time you are coming into the political arena?
So, like I say, all started in Kakata. We were involved into a lot of students' advocacies, and then what we did in my giddy in Kakata, when I came back in my own community, when you go out, you learn, you come back, and you see things are not going the way it should be. That which you have learned, it is important that you practicalize it and you serve your people in that capacity and be able to teach them the good things that you took from out there. So when I came, I bought up with the Ebola stuff. I took 2 days. I only rested for 2 days, and I got on the field. I started working for the people of the community. I said, wow, the men just come in actively moving like this. I established the Brooklyn Park Institute, young people, conglomeration of young people. I put them together. I start putting young people together, teaching them, breaking them, enlightening them as it relates to intellectualism. You understand? And start putting something good into them. And then I watched the youth election, how it went on. The president that were in power at the time, I felt that they were not doing good. They were doing injustice to the people of the community. Try advancing them, putting their own path. They couldn't listen. They were doing it the wrong way. So I've decided that I will form a political party and enter into the youth politics so I can put them on path and tell them how leadership should be, how things should move, how the governance system should be within the community. As a leader is a servant. A leader is a servant. If you listen to the theoretical aspect of government or the definition of government, it is a government is an institution set up by the people to protect life and property and to provide those necessary services that the citizens cannot provide for themselves. Predicated upon that, I see that they were not impacting the citizens' lives. There are certain things the citizens want to do, they cannot do it for themselves. So I established the party and we endeavor into the politics of our area, the communities of conscious political terrain. And the first time in the history of the community was unprecedented. Normally people won with 250, 214 votes, the other person in 200. I broke the bar. Enter in 1,000. You understand? First of it come. Because before I entered there, I was already having the government at my palm. I've already endeavored to decentralize the government. And so the entire sub community within the community are decentralized the political activities. And when I took power, I brought all of them together and decentralized the government and things start moving on far. And when people brought all their normal thing impeachment, the community rise up against them. That we have never seen this kind of a leader before. Nobody will bring up unjustified impeachment proceeding against him to take it from us. And so the community will rise up. You see?
Also, Mr.
Yeah.
We have time. It will be done. It will be segmented.
Let me just ask him the last question because I think he's trying to unravel how he got famous prior to his transition into the national scene, which of course is very, very important. I'm very concerned. Amid the several constitutional impeachment that were done to other leaders, what makes you extremely different from other leaders, and what do you hold to your credit that people can reference you in the border politics of this of the community, that one can say during the era of Mr. Guia, this community experienced this through his advocacies. During the era of Mr. Guia, this community merited X, Y, and Z. What do you can people point to?
Thank you. So there are so many things people can point to under my regime. When we took office, the first thing we did was to attack the issue of accountability, thereby opening an account for the association in the association name. Unlike in the past, there were nothing of such. So you found out that people were just squandering funds. So we established that. Under our regime, in the first 3 months, we connected Success Community to that of whole community close to the road with a footpath bridge that cost us over $285,000. The records are there. After that particular project, we noticed that George Weah, the president at the time, constructed the Doe Community Road. And there were a lot of accidents because the issue of speed breaker wasn't taken into consideration.
Sure.
We endeavor into that particular aspect. The speed breaker that on the road.
Yeah, I have seen those.
The speed breaker that they are 23. It was under my supervision as president. After several accidents took place, I took the challenge and launched a project to erase speed breakers. And we achieved that. When we go through all the processes that we pass through to achieve that, we will leave for here. It will be a different topic altogether. But on the overall, we achieved that. We didn't stop there. 650 persons suffer from eye diseases within Doe community. We brought in Dr. Kisi, the one that controlled the eye center at JFK. We brought in our community and gave free eye services. I'm talking about surgery. When they examine you and they found out that you need to go for surgery, it was free of charge. They give you the paper and you go at JFK and you take free eye surgery. We were all out there. The youth program that have to do with loans given to youth to empower them financially. People are still doing businesses all on the road. The youth empowerment program.
Okay.
Like, from the youth and sport ministry at the time. We brought in our community.
Okay,
over 250% benefited.
Let me just.
We don't want to go to scholarship and other things there.
All right.
We achieve a lot.
In spite of all of those projects you are crediting to your leadership when you serve as community chairperson or the president of the community, one could be mostly concerned about how did you manage to galvanize the resources, because you spoke about the construction of the speed breakers to definitely mitigate the occurrences of accidents that was actually occurring in the community, which was very harmful. One could be more concerned about the way and the form and manner in which you were actually generating resources to be able to implement all of those initiatives under your leadership.
Okay, so I will give you leaders who help other leaders multiply his influence. You understand? During our inauguration as president, we have the most historic inauguration ever in the history of Doe community. That was very colorful on the field. The park that they built in Doe community today, at the time, it was a Senate field. We generated some funds. And then when we started the project, my own political leader, Honorable Bernard Blue Benson, I told him that I have a project that I need to undertake. He donated $50,000 to that project. Reverend Samuel Enoch.
US dollar?
No, Liberty.
Okay.
LD, his initial contribution. Reverend Samuel Enoch of District Number 6, who having to be one of my political allies. And then why you in this place? I said, can see the project I'm doing. When he saw, he said, you mean you don't want doing this? I said, yes, the youth leadership is doing this. He then contributed 75,000 to that particular endeavors. I started meeting with other people like the likes of Nathaniel Fado Mageo and other prominent people around that we started knocking. We were the movie tech. My own style of leadership is not to be static. And not at people do. I love it with people. Honorable Jefferson Tamakochi at the time. These are people that were moving around to see that things happen within our leadership. And they help us a lot. The then representative at the time, Representative Abraham Vamuya Kone, when I fell off sometime. And when somebody does something good for you, you reference them. So these are people, I lead on at the time, and they were making things happen for me. As they make it happen for me, I make sure I complete that project, and then I show them the pictorial, and I break them to come and unveil, sell project, and people got moved by that. And lot of NGO start trooping their way into a community. That was the beginning of NGO entering into the community that made the community to flourish.
Okay, we entertain you, right? We will definitely keep the ball rolling at the national scene. You're right. Let's transition over to the national scene.
Before transitioning to the national scene, let me bring it back to the community's politics. It's back to the aspect of impeachment because I live in the community. I'm the current presidential secretary to the current president.
Wow.
There have been a lot of impeachments on the past time, or the past regimes. And then he is exceptional to those of whom who were impeached. I'm coming from the backdrop of you. While the SLA, the Satoka Legislative Assembly, the SLA is like they will have those lawmakers up there. They have a normal session. They wanted him impeached. And then they signed a resolution that brought about chaos and like I said, confusion amongst members of the SLA. And then it didn't happen. So I want to know, is it that it wasn't alleged for it to be impeached on the basis of corruption, or what prompted these lawmakers to sign the resolution that was saying controversial resolution that was saying to the acknowledgement of the community? That one day you Lawrence, we are
that actually got the community.
Thank you. That's a far one. The issue of propaganda is very much dangerous in politics.
You see that how a strong propaganda.
I come in because we have a strong propagandist, propaganda machines all around the place. Propaganda bureau. This is why we survive. When they brought their propaganda. Some ex-president that felt they were impeached during their tenure. They said, but this man is bringing chinchi and everybody hearing. We need to do something to get him impeached. So they went in line with other government officials that funded their process and other people that felt I was a threat. Probably I want to endeavor for representative position, so they want to block me at the time. You understand? So it was alleged that they pay the SLA money at the time, 70 bucks. Y'all get rid of that man. I said it was alleged.
No, I'm not going to
say it was alleged.
Leader.
You used the word alleged.
You said people, ex-president and ex-official who have served the community. Do you care to outline some of these people who do you think were into the process of paying allegedly giving money to SLA and to lawmakers at that time in the SLA to have it impeached? Do you care to details about some of them?
We passed that stage. I don't want to be,
all right,
politically, it is not necessary.
Let's protect it.
You understand? But what I want you to understand, some people felt disenchanted to the extent we even have series of cases. And you understand, with Major Jefferson coaching here. And you understand, they launched a complaint. They fight what you had. But as a strong man who understand the ability to appear, disappear, and subsequently reappear, all of my political tactics were into place, and that didn't surface, and it didn't happen. It will astonish you that the same guys we say allegedly signed a resolution After 2 days, they were the same people that were throwing me the SLA. They were throwing me on their head. I mean, Lorenzo, you bring your money, we'll eat it.
It was
It was Thomas Creator. Clearly, so it was not a CCA, but they were induced with finances. Other people feel threatened by my leadership that I was moving too fast and I was growing too strong and becoming more popular. Imagine they got fighting into the academic arena over there. I took over a school with 35 students, and in 2 months' time, the enrollment tripled to 1,093 students. It was every one of them. You understand? So I was growing too fast, and they needed something to hold me down. You know, I'm not going to call individual name, but the veteran bureau, one group of people that were real into that fight, because majority of the ex-president came from that area, and they never wanted to succeed. But I succeeded. The bottom line is I succeeded. How I succeeded, it doesn't matter. I succeeded at the time. And I served the people. I went to the election again. Took myself for the picture. Carry my secretary general and the one that served as vice president to me, my whole executive. I carried them back for the election, put a hand up, and they won the election.
All right, let's
won the election.
Over to the national scene. Let's transition. We have discussed a lot about the community-related issues. Let's just transition over. We have been told by a very credible source that you played a major role at the level of the People Liberation Party. We want you to be very clear to us, how is the People Liberation Party as we speak?
Oh, I must tell you that the People's Liberation Party is on course. I'm the national vice chair for recruitment mobilization and that of membership within the People's Liberation Party. Our party is on course. Things are improving, and gradually we are in the revamping process of our party.
But you talk about
we are recalibrating from all angles, bringing our people back together to get our party more proactive than ever before. That is where we stand now. The issue of breaking our party to the stage it used to be, that's why we are endeavoring into. We are striving towards that. And let me inform you that pretty soon, probably by next month, you will see a very huge reconciliatory meeting taking place.
Is there any internal wrangling within the?
No, not internal wrangling. Out of, right after election, there will be a lot of people that will be disenchanted. Some people felt that we sold the People's Liberation Party to the CDC, which of course it is wrong. But for people to really understand, it's very difficult.
Did you guys actually sold the party to
we
CDC?
Collaborated with CDC.
So
you understand? And in the collaboration, every party maintain his or her structure. Every party maintain their structure, and every party run their activity without interference of the other party. So our party, of course, when our party is organizing a program, we don't necessarily have to call CDC there. We don't necessarily have to call MOVE there. When we call them there, it's because we are part of the collaboration. You understand? That is why the collaboration, we use our party as a campaign headquarters. And after the campaign, after the electionary process, you see, we paid our party back to green. We only took that green from there because at the time we were in the collaboration. We as part of the collaboration, the opposition at the time was using green. And so we couldn't maintain green. And you understand? That in politics, it show difference.
Yeah.
The color matters.
Color.
So after
identity plays
a key role. So right after the election, go to our party and put on that, you'll see. We painted back green.
All right. Later, let me comment. You have to know because last time, before we are exit power, the political leader of the party, what's the name? And then Tabla Ido, and so we are all executive of the Coalition for Democratic Change at the time on a Friday, along with the chief of political at that time, They had a meeting, and we were at that meeting, but we were not opportune to attend the meeting, but we're personally going to do some level of coverage. I'm interested in knowing what kind of negotiations were made between the collaborative political parties at that moment, at that time, when the political leader, Chapla Ido, attended that meeting. After that meeting, I get to know the concepts of that meeting. What was the main intent of that meeting that you had with the coalition with Democratic Change?
So thank you. The People's Liberation Party is a part of the coalition. So President, we are leaving the country, and he must respect members of the coalition to call them that I'll be exiting for some time. You understand? Going to rest more to come back. So that's a normal lecture. You understand? Informing your people about you leaving. The inaugural ceremony is about to take place. Right after the inaugural ceremony, you'll be leaving the country to rest for some time. That's a normal discussion, because we are part and parcel of the coalition for democratic change. So we need to be respected in that line. So the political leader, the flag bearer of the entire coalition, call his counterpart, Tapo Ido, who is also the political leader of the People's Liberation Party. Call other officials, and set it down on the table. Jeremy, I am about to leave. I can't just leave that without you people knowing. It's just a matter of respect.
Our prior to the establishment of the political PLP, Daniel Cassell was very critical about George Weah, and I'm concerned. Did the decision to endorse President Weah during the elections, did it actually align with Daniel Cassell's vision for the party at the time?
Yes, in line with Dr. Daniel E. Cassell's vision. One of his vision is that this party should live on. My pressing and my asking the party should move on. When I'm pressing, the party should move on. You understand? So he is asking, when he pass, the party have to move on. Should we just be saying that because our political leader will carry on? No. Political party is an institution, is a government in waiting. Not one mere property. You understand? So leaders of the party must take a stand or make decisions that will keep the party alive. And that's what we did. To keep the party moving, to keep the party alive. That's what we endeavor in. And let me tell you, the People's Liberation Party is getting more stronger than ever before. We place one candidate in the race, and that is Bernard Blue Benson, Honorable Bernard Blue Benson Jr. In District 17. And the one candidate we put out won the seat as representative.
What could argue now, it was on the basis of CDC solidarity?
No. Let me frame. Let me frame with each other. You may argue that it was on the basis of CDC solidarity. I will tell you that no PLP is not represented in the House through the coalition. You understand? When CDC were having the strong conviction that wouldn't they could make them to win presidency, they wouldn't have collaborated. Or they wouldn't have collaborated with other political parties because they know that definitely they cannot stay on their own. So they brought other people in. So because of us, CDC won other seats. Okay. You understand? You get me? CDC, PLP have a strong political base, numerical strength.
Right. In which
all parts of the country. I speak to you as the chair for recruitment mobilization, what will control the database session of the People's Liberation Party. Mr. Chair, when I show you, I'm Lorenzo Weah. Go on my page, start session from 2020, 2021 up to 2022. I was in the field during recruitment, and every recruitment I was doing, it was videotaped, it was documented on my page. You will see people in line, people in long queue, just to join the People's Liberation Party. He knows that when I carried Dr. Daniel Cassell for the first time in District 14. He knows the kind of crowd that were pulled out. The people that came out. That's what Daniel Ikasa was not a man to play with. The People's Liberation Party was not a party to joke with. It was the party that even the ruling establishment was afraid of at the time. Because of our vision, because of our movement, our lobbyistic power with the citizens in the Republic of Liberia, in and out of the Republic of Liberia, we have strong connection with with citizens within this country. And so members were taking their way to the People's Liberation Party. And guess what? One secret I must reveal all to you here. Whenever people get disenchanted in the CDC, their alternative was the People's Liberation Party. When people get disenchanted in the CPP at the time, their alternative was the People's Liberation Party. We sat in the middle and was sucking members from all sides, from all other political parties. It saddened me to the extent that I'm discussing the thing now, because if Dr. Daniel Ikasa, the political guru of the People's Liberation Party, the vision bearer of the People's Liberation Party, was still alive at this time, that different political party, you're going to experience the election.
Okay, so let me come in.
Yeah.
Back to the People Liberation, even though he doesn't want to give him a chance to ask him those questions that I want to ask him.
Yeah.
But back to the People's Liberation Party, PLP. Under the stewardship of Daniel Ikasa, coming back, every party has what the National Executive Committee. If decisions were to be taken, they have to come through the consultants of the National Executive Committee. Now, the fact is that the PLP joining the coalition of democratic change, making it the Grand Coalition of Democratic Change. I want to know what your step did the National Executive Committee of the People's Liberation Party take, because you on my stewardship of Daniel Ikasa, he critiqued this government.
Yeah, other political party will want to do a consensus building.
So I want to know what that consensus building done within the party, or the decision were just taken on the basis of, because CDC has the numerical strength, we just support CDC, or did it come to the conclusion of the masses and take into consideration the consent of those of whom who were part of the party, the National Executive Committee? So I want to know the question. I re-emphasize on the question again. Why Yabun State take the PWAP, the PLP, PLP take into consideration before joining the coalition of democracy, making it the Grand Coalition of democracy months to the election? Why is so many Yabun states?
So the People's Liberation Party have the highest decision-making party within the party, EC, the Executive Committee. Not everybody, not all members of the party will go and make decision, say we agree to do this before they happen. This is why we have the executive, the NEC, the National Executive Committee, the highest decision-making body of our party. You understand? We sat in a meeting, discussed. There were varieties of political parties that were knocking at our door. The ANC were knocking at the door. The UP were knocking at our door. The CDC were knocking at our door. Among all the political parties that were knocking at the door, you have to choose one.
Sure.
And at the time, we felt within ourselves, and we don't regret that. We have no regret of taking said decision. At the time, we felt that CDC was the best alternative. And so we collaborated. We agreed to collaborate with the Coalition for Democratic Change as the best alternative at the time. So it was not a unilateral decision. It was not a decision by DJ Blue, Honorable Bernard Blue Benson Jr., the national chairman of the People's Liberation Party. It was not a decision by Honorable Tapo Ido, the political leader of the People's Liberation Party. It was a holistic decision by the NEC of the People's Liberation Party that brought us to that point.
Mr. My question here is this: that on what basis did the People's Liberation Party decided to join the Coalition for Democratic Change? Was it on the basis of the numerical strength? Why didn't the People's Liberation Party?
It was on the basis of developmental agenda of the president at the time. The CDC, what they were doing in the country. We saw tangible. We saw things happening under the regime of Dr. President George Weah at the time. We saw visible things happening. We saw his developmental agenda. We saw his road construction. We saw relief. We saw electricity. We saw other things, which of course was in line with our own agenda, our own plans for the country. And so we did not hesitate. We came about Pig in the bear. We saw what was happening practically from George Weah. We saw that the country was living from one level to another level. We saw George Weah maintaining the peace for 6 years. We saw George Weah building roads.
Was the peace broken on LA as president?
No. The peace was not broken under Madaseli regime. But under Madaseli regime, you have external forces maintaining the peace within the country. You have the issue. You have Omiyo. Am I wrong? Under President George Weah, we have our own domestic forces. Yeah, the AFL, the police, the immigration. These were the people that
complain on the wave of
the security settled our
in the country under the Weah-led administration by the time.
Did the country break down? People will always complain, but George Weah kept the peace to the extent the election went on and the final result wasn't announced. Other polling places still left out and he accepted the result because he's a man of peace. So he maintained the peace of our country.
All right. Since the inception of President Joseph Newman Walker after the inaugural program, there has been a clarion call for the opposition unity. So you earlier spoke about the reconciliation program that your party is about to embark upon. Is it that you people are going to have a coalitions that will further strengthen or cementalize the opposition base?
That is not in our plan now to form a coalition. And you have to work on your house. Our focus now is to make our own house more stronger or vibrant than ever before. Bring our members back together. Those of whom that have this enchantment, bring them back on board. You understand? Reconcile the party. You reconcile with other people around. When we are strong enough,
do you think that
we can take on other?
Do you think that that initiative would definitely bring the PLP to where it used to be?
Look, it will even surpass, because the man that served as chairman for the People's Liberation Party currently is a unifier. He's a man that understands the political landscape of our country. He knows how to maneuver his way. He knows how to endeavor when it comes to bringing people together, how to build an empire. Remember, this man started from scratch and he built a media empire. History will tell you, history study the past, the present, and help you predict the future. The one who served as chairman, if you study his past record, he built a media empire through working with another person. He established his own. Today, he has more than 6 radio stations. When he endeavored into politics at the first time, contested as senator, people took him to be a complete buffoon. People said that he was a complete novice. People said that he never had the political strength, the numerical strength, and people were not by his ideology. He came up with what agenda. That was the issue of culture and tourism, pushing tourism in this country and making tourism to get on the map of Liberia. Today, his debate has resonated. The president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Boakai, doing his show now, make tourism one of his top priorities in his government. Today, Honorable Bernard Blue Benson worked within the 55th National Legislature. The first position they ever gave him was to chair the Committee on Information, Culture, Information Broadcasting, Culture, and Tourism. That tells you that his debate has resonated in the ears, in the hearts of many Liberians, and they see as the only alternative. They see as the only person that can boost the creative sector or the culture and tourism sector within our country. So the People's Liberation Party is no obsession. That man is going to bring the People's Liberation Party from one stage to another stage. And before you realize, the People's Liberation Party is going to be on top of her political game. Trust me, with Bernard Blue Bessie on top of the party, and Tapo Ido as the political leader of the People's Liberation Party, you're going to see so many great things happen. It's happening now. Look, we just concluded our meeting February 7th. We just completed an EC meeting. You see the petrol? We concluded our EC meeting. And that is to tell you that the People's Liberation Party is not sleeping. We're working. And when we get ready for this program, it will be a complete human tsunami. It will be surprising to everybody because our members will pull out from all parts of Moserado County. Because we will only be touching Moserado County yet. When we with Moserado County, we'll get to the other county until we can finish with the 15th political subdivision within the Republic of Liberia. And trust me, you're gonna like it.
All right. Let's entertain you right a bit.
I don't really know whether he doesn't want to give me 10,000 because I have so many questions for him.
Ask a question.
But you're not giving the chance. You're not giving the chance to ask you.
You have the opportunity now.
You now have the opportunity.
So I have the opportunity, and I hope this question will be answered. The fact of the matter, you spoke about numerical strength. About let me just erect this checkpoint. DJ Blue contested, and if I'm mistaken, the election brought Darius into the power and got defeated. 2020, he got defeated. It was
but he actually came second. That's the business about.
He got defeated. The fact of the matter is he got defeated. And then coming to district number 17, it was based upon the CDC ticket. The fact of the constant, the PRP never had the numerical from the CDC in Iowa. The Union Party. But based on a conglomeration of collaborating political parties at that time to join the CDC, that made a basic to have sent to that position. But how be it? This is the question. The fact of the matter, you spoke about the EC, about coming to a conglomeration, about coming to a conclusion about the program that is pending. My own question here is this. Honorable, I'm saying, Lawrence Tibia, I really know what is your relationship with the honorable man and Benson Bernard Blue of District something. Are you working in the office? What's your relationship with him? Are you serving
Thank you.
In his office, or just like a friend to power?
So I would love to give you an assignment.
Yeah.
Read the historicity of District 17 politics. Tell me how many times CDC has won in that particular place. They passed 2 elections that brought Dakia to power. Dakia did not win on the CDC ticket as a representative. When Dakia was defeated, Hassan K. Zulu didn't win on CDC ticket, and he won the district. So it clearly tells you that was not the CDC stronghold.
No, I did not.
You spoke of the influence of CDC was the driving force for which Honorable Bessie won the politics.
I want to say one of the major driving tools.
So yes, when
one
you
of the major
one of the driving tools, then I will agree. I will agree with you. But we organize our own movement. PRP has a political headquarters within District 17. We're recruiting people. We have membership there. While CDC never had a headquarters there. We established the Friends of Blue, the movement for DJ Blue, has her own headquarters, and CDC now have a headquarters there. When we was going as PLP to contest in our district. When you follow the historicity of DJ Blue contesting, when DJ Blue contested as senator, we accumulated over 6,000 votes within District 17. Because District 17 is DJ Blue home. It's where you are born.
Is it the interval that you won with or the total amount of votes?
The total amount of vote we won with this got election.
And it was 6,000.
No. I said during the senatorial election. We won with 12,865 votes compared to our competitor in the district for a very long time. We contested over 2 different times. We bragging. Men went in the district there with the intention of delivering that district to Honorable Benson. The CDC was just an addition to the structure and the numerical strength that we have built over the years. So CDC was an addition to that process. We were part of the coalition, so we were meant to enjoy the immunity and all the support of the coalition. And the coalition supported us immensely in that process.
Financial-wise,
they support us. Numerically, they supported us because CDC have a base. CDC is a political party that always has a base. You understand? So their base was added to our base. You know, let me just tell you, teach you a little bit. You know, the two folks that were afraid of each other in District 17, the CDC was afraid of us, and we were afraid of the CDC because we look at. Interest of Kennedy. Hey, Honorable Bessie have a structure that Team Blue, and the PLP structure. Team Blue and PLP structure was supporting DJ Blue, and CDC have a structure there. And so when we look at the political base, we say the people who want to represent Unity Party in their screen, the people who want the person who want to represent CDC owns their strength.
But that's just consistently been the stronghold of the Unity Party.
Unity Party. Have been a stronghold for Unity Party. But sometimes your stronghold when you pull out weak enemy, you will not win. You never vote Marche accumulated on the party or Unity Party, on the ticket of Unity Party within District 17. She didn't pass 3,500 votes. So she was a very weak vessel.
All right,
even the United Party people, they prefer at the time Bernard Blue Benson. Go and research it. The district overwhelmingly voted Honorable Benson. So I tell you, we got votes for so, we got vote for so, we got vote for so, we got vote for so, and win the district. All right, we contested all the collaboration party ticket. That is the Coalition for Democratic Change. So they take the credit.
Okay.
All right.
Did you guys talk? Did you guys talk?
We didn't talk. We know nothing about trucking. We believe in the citizens of district number 17. Over 71,000 people got registered within our district. You understand? The second highest vote reached district within the Republic of Liberia. You understand? And so we believe in the citizens of District 17. We lobby with them. We talk to them. We make sure our message got resonated in the ears and hearts of the citizens of District number 17.
How did the vulnerable?
And so they buy all of what we're doing there, our healthcare delivery services, ambulance services, 24-hour around the clock, free ambulance services was rather to the people. At the time, Honorable Benson never talked about becoming lawmaker. This was safe police station within District number 17. At that time, he was just a bad DJ. 75% of the resources that build that police station came from Honorable Benson. If he entered Ikpara, at the time he was not taking a big representative.
Yeah.
One of the best morning toilet
all right.
was constructed by him. There were a lot of things, even the Henry Costa today, here from District 17. It was paid by DJ Blue.
Let me quote you there. How does Honorable Blue turn Trump his victory and made the proliferations of candidates in that in that particular district at the time.
Over 35 candidates.
Yeah, 35 candidates
was
contesting
in,
for a
was
single
in,
position,
was in
and you
the race.
emerge as the victor of all of them.
Emerged as the victor because his message, his campaign, a key campaign message.
What was the campaign message at the time?
A key campaign message was simple. The people of District 17 needs electricity. And that was his priority number 1, priority number 2, priority number 3, priority number 4. Electricity, electricity, and electricity. And the people of District 17 lack electricity. And as he was speaking about electricity, practical work was being done. The then president at the time bought that message and said, no, I expect District 17 to be electrified by now. District 17 is not electrified. When he went there, when they were basically talking there and telling us that, look, in front of the multitude of people, the first time from President we are the first time for President we had to ever enter in District 17. You know that Unity Party stronghold.
Yeah.
For the first time he entered in District 17, and there was no space for car to pass. Walking traffic block. Because you know what? The small Himo man there and the big Himo man there meet. They met at the time.
But there were a lot of people who took there because apparently
no.
And they have
95% of those that took to the street, every one of them came from that particular district, were living in a particular district. The people came outside because of the message that was about to be.
Were they uniform?
They were unified. They were unified, and some people wasn't in uniform. You understand? They came outside because Honorable Blue has an agenda to deliver to the president, and that agenda was electricity. The District 17 must be electrified.
You just spoke about
and the president bought that particular message to the extent that DJ Blue never opened his mouth to the president. He only said, Mr. President, one thing the citizens of District 17 want. They have asked me to deliver this message to you. And I am about to deliver this message to you. And what they want for you to do for them. As soon as you say what they want, everybody, electricity, electricity. Everybody starts chanting the slogan of electricity. That is to tell you a leader that speaks to the conscience of the people, and the people buy that message. It's a good leader. And the following week, President Weah did not hesitate. Pay the LEC, instructed them that robust electrification exercise should be carried out in the length and breadth, in the looks and corners of District 17. And LDC started their work immediately. Redhead was electrified. Iron Gate was electrified.
And made the president generosity in making sure that the people of District 17 at the time experienced electricity. Why is it that the people didn't congratulate the president owing to the fact that the president was being very instrumental in bringing electricity by voting for the president? Because if you look at the statistics in terms of the vote acquired, the Unity Party still maintain their influence, their political influence in that particular district at the time.
So you tell me the lead it took as compared to prior lead, to previous lead.
But the overall is that
as it relates to previous statistics, today's going election statistic, where the president of the Republic of Liberia accumulated 24,000 plus votes and Joseph Boakai accumulated 26,000 votes. The margin reduced drastically. The margin reduced significantly. You understand? The margin reduced. The margin, the tie was reduced. It was broken down to a number that was just like this. In previous time, United Party used to drag the CDC 10,000 vote margin. This going election, it was just 1,007 plus margin. You understand?
Do you describe that as a recalibration on the part of the CDC?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, because the CDC have someone in that district that could talk for them and change people's mind to believe in the president ideology, the presence of Blue Honorable Benson in that district, and other stars of the Conquest for Democratic Change or Coalition for Democratic Change. Play a significant role about the president developmental agenda that they were seeing vis-a-vis with their own EYE. Make them to believe that this president is up for business. Over 30 years, District 17 lacked electricity. It took President Weah to break electricity within District 17.
Let's go over to Capitol Hill. I see you seem so firing in the bay to promote Honorable DJ Blue, who is currently the representative of the district in District 17. Let's go over, aside from the electrification project, he has been able to highlight and advocate on behalf of the people. What other thing does he have in the pipeline that district, the people of that particular district would definitely benefit for the next 6 years as he served as representative in that particular district?
So as I speak to you, all of his campaign promises, gradually, we have started engaging them and delivering. Look, DJ Blue is a man of pragmatic, common sensicality, style of leadership he has in him. You understand? When he won the election, the first thing he did, in order for the message to resonate and the people to know all of the deliverables in the district, there's a name. I'm a media practitioner. I'm a media guru. I will open the first radio station in District 17 that will be called D17.
All right. What was the reception when he made that particular statement? What was the receptions about the
people was like, wow. We have one radio station there called Rap Power.
Yeah.
And then Blue make that, Honorable Benson make that statement. The people felt it was joke. But when he took over, before he was, before the SONA, or before the inaugural program, so many the people gathered the year. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome to D17 Broadcasting Radio Station. And we are on broadcast. We are on test broadcast for the next 2 months.
It promised accompanied by evidence.
By evidence. Thank you. You placed it the right way. The promise accompanied by evidence. Tangible that you can see. Secondly, when he won the election, the command, District 17 is just like a whole county. There's a place.
One of the largest districts.
Yes, there's a place beyond the Hydro. They call Zakama fee, where he promised to pay the people their youth center, their town hall. That promise wasn't actualized when he won the election. As soon as he won the election, the following week, he went to fulfill his promise. Without resting, got the ball rolling. He went there, and all of what was needed to construct that particular hall was provided. Today, you go there, you will see the hall being erected, and dedication ceremony is about to take place. In 2 weeks from now, Honorable Benson will also be dedicating the Motorcycle Union office of District 17. An office that he erected from scratch to finish for the motorcyclists. Today, if you go in District 17, in the next 2 weeks, a computer school will be open for the people of District 17. The building have already been secured. Materials have already been placed in the building, and work is going on currently. Are you getting me?
Sure. Sure.
Promises has been fulfilled. This is what we call leader that have pragmatic style of leadership. Implementation makes the difference within DJ Blue leadership. So everything that he said to the people, that I will build one of the modern clinic within District 17 here, is not coming into being. The issue of electricity expansion start going small. Today, he just have a meeting with Mordecai of LEC for the expansion of electricity within District 17. And so he's working in line with the current government for the agenda of this government and the people of District 17 agenda to be fulfilled. And there is no way this government can back down on it, because this government received the higher vote from District 17. Like what DJ Blue, and so DJ Blue is not 40 there. DJ Blue is not 40 there. He advocating that electricity must be taken to District 17.
Well, okay. One last question before we entertain, because we are actually pressed against time. Before we entertain Uriah, who will definitely ask 2 questions, and after the 2 questions, we will call this broadcast. We will call this broadcast a day with your parting comment. What do you think that distinguishes DJ Blue from other past lawmakers who previously served the district?
What separated with them is simple implementation. Implementation. Look, if you have law for the people, majority of the people that were that district were strangers. DJ Blue.
Did the people at the time feel like strangers?
Yes. Honorable Bernard Blue Bessie, neighbor strain was buried in District 17 in Broadway. You understand? So in love and passion to serve the people, like I told you previously, history studied the past, the present, and help you predict the future. In the past, when he was not thinking about being representative, he was there doing for his people. When he was thinking about being representative, he was still doing for his people. Why now? He's now the representative. You think what will happen? He's motivated to the zenith to do more for his people, to do those things that other lawmakers couldn't do for the people. This is why he said implementation makes the difference. He said, from what I will do, you will see tangibles. You see visible development within your district, and you give me the next authority. The next time you give me authority, and you know how people get joke. If you don't work, they'll take you for that.
All right, let's cross over to Uriah. Uriah, you just keep the ball rolling, and let's start the wrap up.
So Mr. Faja for People Mobilization membership at the level of the People Liberation Party. I just have a few questions because you have been a political father through life and death of the community. So the question goes like this. Back to DJ Blue, your political leader, your mentor. The fact of the matter saying that during the process of voters registration, you supported Chester Needs, one of the candidates who contested in the District of 14 representative seat in the general election. People said that you used Chester Needs vehicle, allegedly used Chester Needs vehicle, to chop residents of District No. 14 respectively to community residents to go and get registered within District 17 to cast a vote for DJ Blue. So what is the authenticity of that? Why can you say to that in order to counterclaim or make a claim set to what I've said? First question.
Those that gave you that information, the information is diabolic. The information is erroneous.
But did you truck?
The information is from the belly of the devil.
Wow.
At no point in time, we have struck people in District 17. At no point in time. when Chester Nice confronted me that he needed me to help him because of the level of influence. Victor Hugo said, leaders who make other leaders multiply his or her influence. You understand? That the influence, the political influence that we have over people within District 17, within District 14. He contacted me that, hey, my brother, I want for you to help me to run campaign for me. I said, how could I help you?
Is it that you were playing
My political,
tender?
No. I now live in District 17. My political right is in District 17. How can I help you? I will not be voting in District 14. He said, I know you'll not leave your man DJ Blue, and you know they can support me. But the influence you get, I want you to just call some of your generals and tell them, say, I want for you to support this man. I said, the only thing I can do for you, set up your team, set up your leadership structure. You got no other gurus. That which I did for him. His welcoming ceremony program, I organized it well, and I brought him, and he have a triumphant interest. Was it District 14?
Was it impactful?
It was very much impactful. Mm-hmm. It was very much impactful. Mm-hmm. He was there. He saw the amount of people that welcome Honorable Chester Nice, and when we got through with that, we squarely set Honorable Chester Nice down that this is how far I can stop. I'm now on my way. You won't see me again actively being involved in your politics. But I live with these people. You work with them, you hold them good, they will do you good. You understand? So I don't know where you got that story from. Up to present, I and Chester Nice, we are in good rapport. We can stay talk. I open my phone now, you see, and you know, latest conversation. It's good for you to be straight with somebody and to be truthful to the person. When you black, tell the person say you black. When the person won't operate you as a black person, the person knows you already tell them say you black. You understand? So I told him that my right is not in 14, it was in 17. You understand?
All right,
so,
you're right.
What I want to do for him, I did it for him.
Let's entertain a parting.
Have you ever heard Chester Nice coming on air to complain about me? When the rumors you're hearing, one day Chester Nice having complained about
allegedly. I was emphatic once asking my
He's my good friend.
I said allegedly
he's my good
use
friend.
The vehicle or Chester Nice to
transport. That's just politics.
Just doing your final question.
So Mr. Weir, my last question.
I do that, then my ungratefulness is.
My last question could be, but you don't have the. Okay. My last question could be, Mr. Weir, you have been inspiring younger story about the politics of the community. So this pending election, I think we have a few years from now to the youthful election in our community. So, do you think you will support for the pending election?
I'm surprised when you as a resident of District 14 and a dweller of Dole community to ask me a question. I established a party that is the most populated party, the most influential party within Dole community. Do you expect my party to put out Kennedy and I go against that candidate?
I'm talking about
anybody the party will feature. That's the person I will support.
All right.
We have a rules that people can go for a primary. More than 1, 2, 3 person will emerge, will have the ambition to contest the election. And you must pass through the process, go for primary. If he wins the primary, then Lorenzo can come on as a political godfather of the Martin Progressive Youth for Positive Change.
To politically bless you.
To politically bless you and support you financially, morally, spiritually, intellectually, and all the rest of it.
All right, so we have talked.
You talking from your mouth, and the people of the PYTC.
Mr. Lorenzo, we have talked a lot. We have talked a lot. We are out on the press against time. We have talked a lot. Thank you for honoring our invitation, our impromptu invitation. This is I really admire the conversation. Perhaps in the coming days, I will definitely invite you so that we can do a cross sections analysis about some of the trending political issues in our country that will definitely take a number right after the conclusion of the show. So, Mr. Lorenzo, we are talking a lot. Let's go over to you for your parting comments.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure, for me to be here. You guys having me in your studio. I really do appreciate, the invite and the level of discussion, that we have had. It was very civil, and I want you guys to keep up on that path. To I don't know as to whether we have listening audience.
Yeah, we have listening audience.
To listening audience. I say thank you very much for getting glued to your radio and listening to Focus TV. Online TV. I really do appreciate you for the time. Let us, man, parting comment. Let us value the peace of Liberia.
Let us value the peace.
Let's value the peace of Liberia. Let us not continue to post negative images on the social media about our country. Let us post the positive things about our country and maintain the peace. And to our government, we want you to be a listening government. Whenever you see or you feel that people are disenchanted and expressing that disenchantment, don't take it for granted. There's a need, you look into it. Don't allow things to escalate, blow out of proportion before you endeavor into settling the matter. There's a simple saying that says prevention is better than cure. Thank you very much. I want to say kudos to Honorable Bernard Blue Benson for implementing some of his developmental agenda within District 17. Thanks to him for elevating the People's Liberation Party, he alongside with Honorable Tapo Ido. Together, we say in PLP, the time is now and we are ready. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
He is recommending that the government should be a listed government. So it was nice. Oh, you're right. Let's take your part in comment.
It's a pleasure, Linda. It's always a pleasure to be in the studio with you. As a young brother within the media landscape. The voice of the slum. Like it is a logo, the voice of the slum. Once again, it's a privilege that we will compare, we'll contribute, and we will do things in order to forge folk ahead. So thank you, brother.
All right, you just listened to Uriah is not a stranger here. He is one of our partner in progress. He is always around us whenever we need him. He will definitely be here. So my name is Ken Lincoln Toba. I do have to say a blessed day. Bye bye from my end.